Okay. I've been probably working on getting this pile together most of the winter. A couple trips here and there. Here towards the spring, though, it's kind of crunch time. I don't have a vehicle where I can get it out of the woods in the summer, so if I can use this and make trail, be able to get it cut, split, and stacked by the end of May, and then let it dry all summer so you can burn it next year. There you go. Yeah, this stack of firewood is basically what makes us have a ministry budget, because we're not burning it in fuel oil. It's really expensive to be out here. We've just moved the parsonage and the church over to wood heat, which then frees up between the two of them close to $20,000 a year in ministry funds. It means a lot more work because we got to get the wood, but actually have some resources to do ministry. So when is that blurred line of getting wood for the church, but I'm doing counseling with people, and there's a huge struggle with that, to manage your time well, still have enough of you left over to love your wife well and shepherd your kids well. Then at the end of the day, you still got to haul wood in for your own fire in your own house. So yeah, it can get tiring for sure. Life here is so physical, but there are some things that are so physical that you can't do them by yourself. You end up having to rely on other people. For missionaries that live in places where they're trying to start something on their own, you absolutely are alone and by yourself in the challenges of it. And so if they don't have relationship, if they don't have a voice they can talk to, they just don't stay. And ministry in Alaska really is about longevity. A lot of communities, the local people won't even learn your name until you've been there for 3 years. So you got to stay, and you got to stay through the hard stuff.
This is what God has put on our hearts, and there are so many people out here that just don't know God, or they have a very, very distorted view of God. Years ago, we went through some tough stuff, and ABM was the only one who would listen to us. They were willing to fly in or fly us out, but either way, they were willing to just sit and listen. Or I went through, at least a year just phone call once a week with some of them, and they just listen, which was huge.
My first visit with ABM was maybe about 6-7 months after we had got here. Just two guys that popped in on a plane, came and had lunch with us and visited and prayed and headed out. IBM's figured out some really cool ways to have away time. Our Barnabas men's retreat, or the missionary family retreats, women's retreats, where I'm not in charge of what's going on and I don't have to make it happen, or for myself or for my wife. There's no restaurants here, so dinner every day is it's a reality. There's no, I'll just go stop and pick something up. It's got to be made. So it's nice to have those pull-out times where you feel cared for and get a chance to rest.
What keeps me going back to the villages and just coming back to doing what I'm doing is just the friendship that I have with these men, especially, and their families. They've stayed in our home, and they are my friends. I don't want to see them suffer, and I want to see them be able to do the job that God has called them to do, and I want them to be able to do it well and flourish, rather than just flounder and feel like they are out there alone. I want them to be able to do it in a way that they're feeling encouraged and feeling supported by others.
No, they're not just pilots and not just a plane. They're faces and friends. Anything I need to talk or prayer on a specific issue or part for a four-wheeler, they've all made themselves available to help whatever way I need. And then there's even times when there's things I don't know that I need, and they send a note or make a phone call or bring in fresh produce or whatever. That's really encouraging to me.
If you're in a
high burnout scenario, I don't see how without connection, without relationship. And by definition in the gospel, and we weren't designed to work on our own.